We just need every single person in this country to think about where we are and where we want to be.
Shock setting in tonight after Charlie Kirk, a conservative activist and President Trump ally, was shot and killed today while speaking at a Utah university. He was 31 years old.
The police chief's nightmare. You try to get your bases covered, and unfortunately today we didn't. And because of that, we had this tragic incident.
Tonight at 9, what we have learned about the killing and the reaction from lawmakers on both sides of the aisle.
It is, a horrendous thing to see, and it happens all too often.
This is detestable, what's happened. Political violence has become all too common in American society, and this is not who we are.
We are continuing to follow the fatal shooting of Charlie Kirk. Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us tonight at 9. Many are still in shock tonight after that fatal shooting, surprising shooting of a young and popular conservative activist.
Charlie Kirk was assassinated while speaking on the Utah Valley University campus. The search for his killer is ongoing after 2 persons of interest were taken into custody and then released. Utah Valley is the state's largest public university. It's located in Orem, which is roughly a 40-minute drive south from downtown Salt Lake City. Tonight, we're bringing you the latest information. Conservative activist Charlie Kirk began his afternoon speaking to hundreds on a college campus as part of his American Comeback Tour.
That's a lot of people, Utah, I'll tell you what.
But what should have been a civil conversation turned to chaos on the Utah Valley University campus. A single gunshot rang out, sending people running for cover. Kirk was rushed to a nearby SUV and on to a local trauma center.
He was taken by private vehicle to Timpanogos Hospital, where he later passed.
As co-founder and CEO of Turning Point USA, Kirk was known for helping to mobilize the conservative youth vote.
So I turned around, and like 10 to 20 seconds later, after I got done talking to Charlie, I saw that he was shot in the neck.
He was also a close ally of President Donald Trump.
And a man who's got an army of young people. Charlie Kirk is here, and I want to thank Charlie.
And he was heavily involved in the campaigns of state and national Republicans.
He's my friend. He's part of the reason why I'm in office right now.
After the shooting, law enforcement scoured the rooftops on campus and in an afternoon press conference confirmed,
while the suspect is at large, we believe this was a targeted attack.
The governor of Utah not mincing words.
And I want to be very clear that this is a political assassination.
While reminding those watching, Utah is one of 27 states that still has the death penalty.
To whoever did this, we will find you. We will try you.
Kirk leaves behind a wife and 2 small children. He was 31 years old. Lawmakers across the country taking to social media to react to Kirk's death. Former Republican Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker posting on X, "My heart sank hearing about Charlie Kirk today. I just saw him in Chicago with his family. Please join me in praying for him and his family." And former Democratic Arizona Representative Gabby Giffords, herself a survivor of gun violence, also posting on X, "The murder of Charlie Kirk breaks my heart. My deepest sympathies are with his wife, 2 young children, and friends. Attacks against political or ideological opponents are cowardly and un-American and must be universally condemned." Wisconsin lawmakers also taking to social media to condemn today's shooting.
Fox 11's Eric Morris spoke with several of them and brings us their reaction.
Utah Governor Spencer Cox is calling the incident a political assassination. I spoke to politicians in Wisconsin for their reaction on the fatal shooting of Charlie Kirk.
There's just never a place for violence today. It doesn't matter who, it doesn't matter why, it doesn't matter when. Never violence. That is my initial thought. That is my everyday thought in today's society.
No question, this is horrific. It's sickening. There is really no place in this world for political violence.
I spoke to Representative Weed after the shooting, but before we learned of Kirk's death.
we need to turn the temperature down. I think political violence it cannot happen. But I encourage and plead with others to just bring the temperature down, talk about the issues, have good debates, but there is no place for political violence in this country.
Other politicians in Wisconsin reacted to the incident on X. Governor Tony Evers took to X to say, violence against anyone because of their political beliefs is wrong. Violence against others is wrong. Violence is never the answer for resolving our differences or disagreements. Wisconsin joins in praying for Charlie Kirk and the Utah Valley community and first responders.
Well, I think it's time that we start looking at each other as a human. Bring down the temperature of the rhetoric and start focusing on, we may have challenges, we may have differences, but until we start treating each other as humans respectfully with humility again, we continue to have this issue.
In Green Bay, Eric Morris, Fox 11 News.
We'll continue to gather the latest on this breaking news story, including updates on the manhunt. We'll provide an update on the situation in our second half hour, and you can also follow online on our website at fox11online.com.